Well, I would like to say that when COVID-19 hit the LA region, I just knew that I would not be able to participate on a public basis because of certain things with my health. But I did not want to just sit on the sidelines. I wanted to make sure that I was involved in some capacity because that's who I am. I like to believe that I am a true humanitarian. So when I heard about the Project Wellness from Nikki Davis, the Senior Director of Community and Volunteer Services, I just knew it was the perfect opportunity for me. I called about 500 of our committed and honorable volunteers just to simply ask, how are you and your family doing and managing under the Safer at Home order? I also would start my conversations off with, I am calling on behalf of our regional CEO, Jerry Barrios of the American Red Cross, and he wants you to know that you are in our hearts and on our minds. And we never forget our wonderful and dedicated volunteers. And whether it was direct conversation, voicemails, text messages, or emails, it was a very rewarding task. We shared with each other in conversation on how we were spending our time, whether it was cooking, sewing, reading books, building social contacts. The kids were online with their classes and studying for SATs and trying to choose a college or university for the fall. And there were some searching for jobs, and others were learning new musical instruments. And in fact, I was able to help out one person with a job lead and others a lead toward learning a guitar because Fender.com is offering 3 months free for 1 million people. So free lessons for 1 million people. So I'm hoping that they all were true and we're getting in on that. Um, Also, I was able to speak words of comfort to one of our youth volunteers. She had an aunt who was on a ventilator in another state because of the virus, and spoke words of comfort and how together she and her family could be and just believe, for the best. And I promised her I would pray in my prayer time personally for her aunt before going to bed, and I did. I kept that promise, and that was wonderful that she was able to share. I even gave her the phone number for our disaster mental health, just in case the family needed to speak to, address that. Also, I got to speak with a lot of the parents of our youth volunteers, and they were so grateful, so touched that we were thoughtful enough to take time out to call and check in on them. I believe it was one of the greatest 4 weeks I've spent in a long time, just to do a simple touching into the lives of our volunteers, yet meaningful. And it's a very difficult and unusual time in our lives, but reaching out to that, I think it brought out my family side, my family mode, because I was able to say to many of them, I love you. And it's one of those phrases, no matter what method of conversation I'm using with friends and family, I find it very hard to end a conversation without saying, I love you. And so to all of you here at Red Cross, I love you. Thank you so much.